And God desires faithful obedience. All by wisdom in choosing a life's partner, that's a step in faithful obedience. By choosing today to obey no matter past failures, that's a step in faithful obedience. Number 3, by resisting temptation's path to destruction. By resisting temptation's path to destruction. Oh, what a sad story this is. Look at verse 4. And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek whose name was Delilah. I don't know that Hollywood has had more fun with David and Bathsheba and Samson and Delilah. 3,000 years since they happened. Two great heroes of God, and Hollywood and the vulgar nature of much of that industry and the immorality of much of that industry is able to plaster on the screen, see, these are supposed to be godly people, and look at their wicked immorality and the consequences. The lords of the Philistines came up unto her, verse 5, and said unto her, entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him, and we will give thee, every one of us, 1,100 pieces of silver. In other words, they were going to give her a king's ransom. I mean, huge amounts of money. And those of you who know the story, she comes to him and she says, I pray thee, tell me, verse 6. And Samson says, if you bind me with 7 green ropes that were never dried, I'll be weak. And the lords of the Philistines come up to her, and she gets him to lie down and go to sleep, and they wrap him up, and she yells, the Philistines are upon thee, and of course he breaks them. And isn't this like the wicked? Look at verse 10. Whose fault is it in Delilah's mind? Look at verse 10. And Delilah said unto Samson, you mocked me and told me lies. Well, exactly what are you doing, lady? I love you, Samson. You're worth a lot of money to me. I mean, but let me just clue you in. Let me clue you in. When you start walking away from God, there is a path here. It wasn't, look how gracious God was to Samson. He's hung out with a prostitute. He married an unsaved woman. And just bad things have happened. And then the first time, he doesn't tell, but look at the path he's going. He's walking. Let me tell you something. First, sin binds you. Then it blinds you. Then it grinds you. That's what we're going to see in Samson's life. He's going to be bound. He's going to be blind. And then he's going to grind. And notice that any step along the way, for 20 years he's been doing right, and then all of a sudden he starts doing wrong again. And any place on this walk, he could have stopped. Oh, that's the way sin is. Sin isn't like you just fall over the edge of the cliff one day. It's one step going the wrong way, another step, and you think, oh, I can handle it. 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 And boom! It blows up in your face. Samson said, oh yeah, let me tell you something. I mean, he knows she's after his strength. And he rips the cords off. He knows bad stuff. But he thinks, oh, I can handle it. I often say there's 2 people in the world. The humble and those about to be humble. I say that over and over again because that's so true. There's 2 kinds of people in the world. The humble and those about to be humble. And Samson's about to be horribly humbled. But you resist the temptation's path to destruction. It was innocuous. Oh, I can handle her. I'll just keep lying to her. And she cried, oh, you've lied to me. Oh, isn't that the way it is with the world? It's your fault when you don't go evil with them. I mean, she's lying to him and she's manipulating him and she's playing with his feelings and she wants to destroy him, but she makes him feel guilty that he's not being honest with her. Their whole relationship was built on lies. She blames him. And he said to her, if they bind me fast, verse 11, with new ropes that were never occupied, and I'll be weak. And Delilah took the ropes and bound him, and she yells out, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. What is this guy, a dense dunce? This is the 2nd time in a row. Whatever he tells her, she does. And then he goes, the Philistines are about to get you, Samson. boom, he pops them, and the Philistines scatter. You know, I think a guy this smart should guess that when the Philistines are poking their head in the door, when she yells, the Philistines are pointing, that something's up. You know, let me just tell you something. You say, how could he be so stupid? Yeah. How could we be so stupid? Because I'll tell you what, sin blinds you to its... As you step one more step, you go, oh, I can handle it. One more step, oh, I can handle it. One more. Satan blinds you, and you slowly walk away from God, and you slowly go your own way, and it's not overnight. It's just a slow process, and it was in Samson's life. You read on, and it says, verse 13, and Delilah said unto Samson, you've mocked me. Once again, it's his fault. And told me lies. Let me tell you something. When anybody is trying to make you feel like you're the bad guy and they're the good guy and make you feel like they're the victim, be careful, they're manipulating you. Oh, you won't do this for me. Oh, I have this problem and you won't. Oh, you're mean to me. Be careful. And she said unto him, how can you say, verse 15, I love you, when your heart is not with me? You've mocked me 3 times, and you haven't told me where your strength lies. Verse 16, it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words. Listen, this was 3 times the Philistines were there, and then every day she nags him and nags him and nags him and says, you don't love me, you don't love me, you don't prove you love me, prove you love me, prove you love me. I've seen more guys do really stupid stuff with a woman saying, prove you love me. Let me tell you something, men. If you have to prove that you love a woman over and over and over again, that's not what this is about. It's about her manipulating you. Now, there's a healthy way in showing love and constantly showing love and verbalizing that and through gifts and tokens of affection. That's not what I'm talking about. She's manipulating him. And it came to pass when she pressed him daily with his words, his soul was vexed unto death. One of my favorite jokes, why do men die younger than women? They want to. He was vexed unto death. She was just annoying the fire out of him. What he should have done, leave. Run away, Samson. Be like Joseph. Leave your garment in her hand and get out of there. Run as fast as you can. Even if you're chasing the gingerbread man. Get out of there. He hangs out. Listen, there's some times where sin is calling and your friends are involved in sin and sin is going on around you and you need to run fast and run far and run hard because you're slipping and sliding away from God slowly, one step at a time. And you're about to get hurt bad. In verse 17, then he told her all that was in his heart. And said unto her, there hath not come a razor on mine head. For I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. And if I be shaven, my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak. When Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for lords of the Philistines. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man. And she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him. And his strength went from him. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. He awoke out of his sleep, and he said, I will go out as other times before, because after all, he could handle it. I can play with sin, and it won't. I can play around with sin, and it'll be okay. I won't get burned. I'm bigger than sin. I'm smarter than my parents. I'm smarter than the pastor. I can play with sin. I won't get burned. Yes, you will always get burned because the Word of God is true and the Word of God says you will always get burned. I think top 2 or 3 saddest verses of the Bible is Judges chapter 16 and verse 20. And it says he wist not. Old King James word, he didn't even know. He wist not that the Lord had departed from him. Now, this is Old Testament economy when the Spirit of God came on for power and left. In New Testament, the Spirit of God indwells us permanently. But I firmly believe that God's Spirit is hindered by our sin.